everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be getting into this sort of sketchbook journal thing here. It's a prompt book. It's called 355 Days of Creativity, and I've done a few videos of it in the past, and I've just been so excited to get back into it again. But before we do that, I just wanted to mention that I'm sorry for the absence. I sort of disappeared off of the internet for a little bit. Life just got a little bit hectic. There was some changes and stuff. As I've mentioned before, me and my partner both have jobs now, so we've been pretty busy, as well as me still supporting my mum. Even though I'm not supporting her full time, I still feel like I want to go there and help her out because of her health and stuff. So I've been quite busy, and yeah, I just feel a bit bad that I have sort of neglected my YouTube channel, but I still want to post videos when I can. And yeah, today's one is going to be really fun. So as you saw in the footage here, I am going to be doing an oil pastel drawing, and I wanted to do this whole page in a nice cute little drawing. And I wanted to sort of experiment with color a little bit, and I decided to use some oil pastel paper and then put that into my book because I feel like I was just going to get a better result that way. And if I make any mistakes, I can start again and I won't ruin the book, if that makes any sense. So the inspiration for this artwork is actually Van Gogh, as you can probably guess. I wanted to try and do a thing where I experimented with color and had fun and just like delve into the rawness of oil pastels, because it's kind of harder to get like proper refined and like small details unless you're using like pastel pencils or something like that. But I'm not very practiced in that kind of thing. So I wanted to lean into the strengths of the brush strokes and the sort of rawness of the colors, if that makes sense. So I started off with a sort of moon, or I would say sun, but I feel like it's more of a gold yellowy kind of moon in the sky, and I tried to go with the sort of light sort of flowing around it. And I'm limited with the colors that I have here because this is just a small set of affordable oil pastels. You've probably seen me use the same ones in the past, but I wanted to just mix up some of those yellows and greens and slowly bring it down to sort of blues and purples, and maybe a little bit of pink or red at the bottom would look really cool. Kind of like a gradient, but like less blended and more sort of the brush strokes or brush strokes. I mean, they look like brush strokes. This looks more like a painting than a drawing, I guess. But yeah, the sort of sketchy lines sort of mixed around together until I could get a cool little like it's gradient. So I'm just going back and forth here with my yellow and just adding in some highlights and then little bits of blue into where the yellow is, and blend them a little bit to try and make it like a green, and then obviously adding a bit of green in there too, but I'm just slowly bringing it down. And I wanted to actually add a little bit of yellow into where the purple was. Even though those two colors don't really mix well, if you do it wrong, you kind of end up with like a brown color. So I was trying to be very careful, but I wanted to bring that yellow down a little bit and that purple up towards the moon, just to add a little bit more interest. But then to bring it together, I decided I'm going to add pink, as I mentioned earlier, and I was very careful when placing it around the green because pink is like a red tone, and if you mix pink and green, you're going to get like a muddy brown color again. So I was very careful with that. But I feel like it just adds a bit more vibrancy to it, and I had a lot of fun mixing that pink and the purple at the bottom there, and just going through each of the parts of the drawing, just different passes, and being like, oh, you know, it's probably going to look better if there's a little bit more blue here or a little bit more red or pink, just in this part to sort of increase the contrast. And then I'm like, oh, this part needs a bit more shadow, so I might add a bit more purple and stuff like that. And I've of course added a bit of white into where the moon was as well to sort of brighten it up. So after that, I decided I wanted to add a tree, and I just went in with the black. And this part was a little bit difficult because if I pushed too hard, it kind of like mixed into the layers of oil pastel underneath. So it had to be like light, but not too light that it wouldn't make a mark. So I just went in and added some like creepy tree branches. And then I also had one going across the moon just for funsies. And I tried to give it like almost like a creepy nighttime vibe while still letting the colors be the main part of the show. After that, I decided to add a little bit of highlight with some gray just to make the branches look a bit more 3D. And it kind of makes a bit more sense too because like the grayish tones when the black mixed with the other colors made a bit more sense once I added a bit more gray for the highlights of the branches. So here is the results, and I really love it. I think it's definitely a Van Gogh-y vibe, but definitely not as beautiful as his pieces. But hey, I'm still learning things, and you know, Van Gogh's like a master, so I can't expect to be as good as him. So now that I'm putting this in a book, I want to protect the rest of the pages. So I actually got a piece of, I think it was just like baking paper, and I glued it to the back and folded it over and just cut around the edges so that it fit on the page. And that's just going to protect the page opposite of this. And now I'm gluing it into my book. So I think that this turned out really cute, and I like how the colors went, and I'm really glad that I added in that protective page as well. And just using the toned paper was a nice sort of change for this book, because I don't want every sketch in this book to be like on a white background, if that makes sense. And yeah, this one's just a little bit more refined than the other pages, so I think it turned out really cute. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments how you like it. And also just let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, because it's been a while and I've missed you guys. And yeah, I just feel slack for not posting much. But I know you guys understand. You guys are the best. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye everyone.